Si mumeona vile mimi nimekimbizwa na mtu ambaye hana haja na kazi? Nimekimbizwa mpaka nimetoa jasho, mpaka baba amekuja kuniokoa upande mwingine. Si mnaelewa vile nasema? Sasa hata nyinyi jameni, kwa heshima, na nauliza kwa heshima, kama mmekubali mtamuunga baba, mumpatieni pia jeshi yake ya kufanya jeshi yake ya kufanya
A very good evening and welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual I'm going to be your host for today. Now, away from the nomination of the CSS and the vetting, all that, because it's like that one is just a distraction from the main point. You know, right now a lot of people are concentrating now on the nomination of the CSS, vetting and all that, and we've forgotten with the main issue. The main issue was Ruto should vacate the office. In as much as maybe he fired the CSS, the main agenda was that if Ruto will not vacate the office, then there are a lot of things that he was supposed to do. Now, the relationship between Raila Odinga together with William Samoei Ruto, that is what I want us to talk about. And why is it that William Ruto have decided now to go and kneel for Raila Odinga? Because that is it. William Ruto knew very well that if at all he will not go to ask Raila Odinga for rescue, then it will be the end of him. He will just end like that. If suppose Raila Odinga did not come for his rescue, then it would have just ended like that. A lot of things could have happened, and he would have been the first president to do miserable things to mess completely in the whole country. Now, William Ruto. Right now, William Ruto is focusing on the lakeside. Why is it that we know very well that William Ruto in the last election, during the 2022 general election, a lot of people that come from the mountain voted for William Ruto. And that is the main thing that made him become president and prevented Raila Odinga from becoming the president. Why? Because a lot of Kikuyus, a lot of the people that came from the mountain voted for William Ruto, not Raila Odinga. One thing we have to understand that right now, William Ruto is losing his focus. Is like is again coming down from the mountain and going directly to the lake, to the lakeside. What I mean that right now William Samoei Ruto is taking away his focus from the mountain and taking it to the lakeside. That is the lowland. Now the biggest question that a lot of people are asking, and someone have asked me, is that why is that right now William Ruto is focusing too much on the lowland more than Kikuyu? That is what I want us to talk about, but just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like and share, and drop me a comment and tell me where you're watching us from and how these videos are reaching you. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. I'll not fail to appreciate those who have been giving us our support. People like Omar Indati, people like Jefferson Siringa, people like Helmi 2546, people like Billion. Thank you very much. May God bless you, Asante Sana, and many more people that I cannot mention because you are so many, I cannot mention all of you. Thank you very much. May God bless you, Asante Sana. Jumping back to our discussion, the biggest question that as we jump into our discussion, the biggest question that we all need to ask ourselves is this: that what is William Ruto's game plan? That is the question that we all need to ask ourselves, that what is William Ruto's game plan? Because why is it that William Ruto is losing his focus, is losing his focus now from the mountain and taking it to the lakeside? What is his game plan? Now, in the last general election, and I want us to understand this, in the last general election, just like I've said, and all of us knows, a lot of people voted for William Ruto. And these people that voted for William Ruto came from the mountain. Why? Because they were trying to punish Uhuru Kenyatta. And I said this thing one time, that the people of the mountain did not vote William Ruto because they loved William Ruto. They voted for William Ruto because they had got no option. And they didn't want to vote for Raila Odinga because it's like Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was pressurizing them to vote for Raila Odinga. And because William Ruto was tried lying to them, because okay, we know that William Ruto has got a very smooth tongue, so he tried lying to them, telling them the way he's being mistreated, something like that. So it made I think it made the people from the mountain become emotional and felt the pain that William Ruto was feeling, and that is why they decided to vote for him instead of voting for Raila Odinga. So why would William Ruto turn his back against the people that voted for him in a large number? Why would William Ruto turn his back against the people of the mountain who voted for him in a large number and go to the people that did not even vote for him? Because one thing I'm very sure of is that the people from the Luo land did not vote for William Ruto. In 2022 general election, the Luo people did not vote for William Ruto. Truth be told, these guys did not vote for William Ruto. And if at all there is someone who feels like maybe some people voted from Luo land voted for William Ruto, can tell me in the comment section. But one thing I'm very sure of 100% is that if William Ruto got votes from Luo land, then perhaps maybe they were around 5% out of 195% from that is all, the only thing. In fact, 5% is too much. So why would William Ruto turn his back against the people that voted for him in the last election and come to the people that did not even make an attempt of voting for him? I want us to start taking a look at this thing deep, step by step. Step number 1. He went ahead and appointed the CDF, the late George Ogola. I want us to go step by step. I want us to understand this thing step by step. Now, this is now the point that now William Ruto started sensing something and started now going to the Luo land slowly, but nobody realized. The first step was the moment he appointed Fred Ogola. He appointed George Ogola, the former CDF. That is now, because we all know that since independence, Luos have never had that position for a very long time. Not even for a very long time. Since independence. So it was through William Samoei Ruto that the Luos got that position of Chief of Defense Forces being given to George Ogola. That was the first thing. And then the second thing that William Ruto has done, if you are very keen and you look at the nominated CSs that are now being vetted, which started today with the Linturi, with Kindiki, how many of them are coming from Luo land? Look at John Mbadi. John Mbadi has been given a very special and a very sensitive docket in the country, which has never been held by any Luo in this country, the Treasury. The Treasury, the former Treasury, the former CS of Treasury came from Mount Kenya. Right now, it has been taken from Mount Kenya. It has been given to the Luo people, John Mbadi. I want us also to take a look at the AD, the Attorney General. Attorney General has never been given to the Luo people. And right now, it has been given to Dorcas Oduor, who is also coming from Luo land. A former AG was a Kikuyu. Right now is a Luo. So are you seeing these very sensitive dockets that has never been held by any Luo person are now going to be held by Luo if at all they'll pass through vetting. So are you seeing the trend that William Ruto is using? How William Ruto is trying to find his roots slowly but slowly into Luo land. So now that one now brings us to the first question that I asked. That what is William Ruto's game plan in all of this? Because you can't tell me that the former CS of Treasury was a Kikuyu. And then William Ruto is nominating someone from Luo land. Former AG was a Kikuyu. Right now, William Ruto is appointing someone, is nominating someone from Luo land. Sometimes it is not about these things, not about tribalism. I just want us to take a look deep at this thing. What is William Ruto's game plan with Luos in his government? Now, I've got around 3 to 4 things that I would like to explain. Why I think that William Ruto is trying so hard to bring Luos into government. Number one thing that William Ruto is trying to do, automatically we know that if he's doing that, the first thing that will run into people's minds is that William Ruto is trying to win the support of Luos. Because, okay, let us take a look at this. William Ruto knows very well that after giving these people these positions that they've never held since independence, then it will be very easy for me to convince them coming 2027 that you had never held these positions since independence. And it is through me that now you have got the Attorney General. It is through me that now you have got the Treasury's office comes from your area. So why don't you vote for me? It is through me that the first it is through me that the first Luo it is through me that you had the first Luo to become a CDF. So why can't you just vote for me again so that at least I can see what I can do? So I can see what I can do too. That is number one. Number one thing I've told you is about Ruto is looking for the support of Luos coming 2027. The second thing that Ruto is trying to do, Ruto is trying to look at, is trying to make history. We know, okay, history is good, but it depends with how you're making the history. Ruto is the first president to fire all the CSS. And again, is the first president to nominate some of the CSS that he has fired. So that is a history. It is through Ruto's regime that that parliament has been attacked and even burned down. It is through William Ruto's regime that the Gen Zs have risen up and demonstrated for quite some times. It is through Ruto's regime that we've had mandamanos being organized by the opposition and also being organized by the young generation. So that is a history. It is through William Ruto's regime that government have spent a lot of money, the president have spent a lot of money going abroad, visiting countries without coming back with anything. That is a history. It is through William Ruto's regime that the first lady and the first lady of the president and the first lady of the deputy president have got offices, are being paid. It is through William Ruto's regime. So you see, all those are, so are you saying all those are histories? But now, which history is William Ruto trying to make with Luos? The history that William Ruto automatically he has started. The moment William Ruto gave CDF the late CDF Ogola position to be the chief defense officer, to be the in charge of defense force, that was a history because it has never been held by any Luo. That was a history. Another history that William Ruto is going to make, if at all these people will pass through vetting, is that William Ruto will be the first president to have the first Attorney General and the first Attorney General that comes from Luo land, and also the first president to have a Luo person being in the Treasury's office. That is a history. Of course, we know that when we look at, we also look at the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta also made histories. Why? The history that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta made was this. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was, in fact, I don't know if he was the first president to have a handshake with the opposition. It is not because Raila Odinga had got a handshake with Moi, he had got a handshake with Kibaki, now with William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. So that one is not like a history, but he made a lot of histories. The history that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta made was this. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was the first president to campaign for the opposition leader to take position after his retirement. So the first thing I've told you is about William Ruto is trying to look for Luo support. The second thing, William Ruto is trying to make history, in which he started by making. I don't know whether he'll complete it. Let us now wait. Let us just wait for the vetting. And the third thing, William Ruto is also trying to pass a message to the people of the mountain, because The Mount Kenya region, the mountaineers have decided that now they've turned their back against William Ruto too, and they have said that I think there is, I don't know, is Waiguru. And Waiguru said something that it is now time for them as the people of the mountain to realize what their mistakes and come together to do their own things, because William Ruto have found someone whom he can work with, and that is Prime Minister Raila Odinga. So that one tells you that the people of the mountain have made their own decisions. And that is the one of the major things that William Ruto looked at and said that, okay, you made your decisions, let me also make mine. So I can do without you. So by doing without them, is also trying to look at Raila Odinga's strongholds. And that's why he's bringing the equation, and that's why now the equation of these 4 nominated CSS is coming from. Alias and Joho comes from one of the strongholds of Raila Odinga. Look at Moses. Let us look at Weekly for Paranya. Weekly for Paranya is also coming from one of the strongholds of Raila Odinga. Let us look at John Mbadi and Wandai. So William Ruto is trying to pass a message to the people, to the Kikuyus, that after all, I can do without you. I can do without you. But my question that I would like to ask is this. That is just my thought. But my question that I would like to ask is this. Do you think, with all these dramas, with all these games that William Ruto is trying to play, do you think he will succeed? Do you think he will win the heart and the trust of the Luos? If yes, then will Luos be seen as the most manipulated people because what I know, let me tell you something. I'm not like I'm against any tribe. I'm also tribeless. I'm partyless. Yeah, I'm tribalist. I'm partyless. Let me just explain this. Luos should be very keen, because why I'm saying this because, you know, giving two people position, giving like, let's say for example, giving me a car, or maybe let me say I have a vehicle. I have my personal car that I use maybe to come to work, and then I drive back home. That car is mine. Suppose someone wants to bless me with another car, and my people are also crying somewhere that they are good no means of transport, and I've been given a car that only can. Let's talk about maybe Juke, or let's say Mark X. So let's say a Juke carries, if it carries more people, it cannot carry more than 5. And my people in my own area are crying that they have got no means of transport that can take them from one place to another, and they are 10 people. So my question is, have me being given a vehicle or a car, me being given a car, am I the person who is going to benefit, or my people are going to benefit? Automatically, those people will not benefit. I'm the person who will benefit with my own family, with my own immediate family. So giving people like John Mbadi positions as to become to be the treasury's office, giving people like Wandai positions, giving people like Oparanya, giving people like Alias and Joho positions, giving people like Kindiki positions, let me just call them, giving people like Aden Duale positions. It's not like these people it's not like people are going to benefit. I've seen a lot of people started shouting that now we know we are safe. You know, we are safe on one this. We are not safe. People are not safe. Why? Because these are individuals. The same mistakes. Let me tell you something. The same mistakes that the former cabinet did under William Ruto, and mark my words, the same mistakes that the former cabinet did under William Ruto are the same mistakes that these people are going to do under William Ruto. Because the driver is just the same person. If you have a driver who is driving a car and keeps on entering portals every now and then, making the spares, some parts of the vehicle very weak, and then you, as the owner of the car, take that car to be serviced, and then you bring it back to the same person who was doing the mistake of entering the portals with the vehicle. Have you done any difference? Have you solved the problem? You've not solved the problem because the driver is just the same. The driver is the same person. The vehicle is the same. So if you want to make a difference, if you want your car to last, the best thing to do is to look for another driver. But in our scenario now, the driver is William Ruto. The vehicle now is this CSS. The former CSS people like Kipchumba Murkomen are coming back. Kindiki are coming back. And other people that are being nominated are also coming in. So they will still find the same person. The king is just the same. So if the king tells you that in my former cabinet, or what we used to do with the former people is this, and this is what we will do also this time, you cannot go against it. Whether you like it or not, you'll not go against it. You'll stand. That is what you'll do. I really don't know what you think. That is just my thought. And a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like and share, and drop me a comment and telling me where you're watching us from and how these videos are reaching you. Until we meet again in the next video, if it is possible, I've been your host, Boniface Wino. Bye-bye.